When you begin your self-love journey, what's happening is you are beginning to fall out of alignment with all of the programming and all of the conditioning that you've ever received in your whole entire life about who you are, how to navigate your life, what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing with, and really the old conditioning of who you thought you needed to be and who you thought you were. So when you start down that journey of self-love, you are falling out of the matrix and new portals begin to open up for you. I'm Iris Sirianni. I'm a self-love coach and a spiritual mentor. How many of you have the energy like you are holding back parts of yourself? And in your day-to-day dealings, you have this outward appearance of feeling strong, feeling confident, feeling empowered, feeling in control of your life. So perhaps people in your external world are viewing you as being put together and having it all together and being very successful in your life. And that's what they see on the external. That's how they see you. But how many of you don't match that external representation of yourself? How many of you feel like you're holding pieces of yourself back? I went through that for several years. And in this video, I want to talk about the energetic frequency that shifts and changes as you learn to love yourself. That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. So let's talk about this energetic misalignment of how people perceive us and how we perceive ourselves. And I think that this is so important. Our self-concept and our perception of ourselves is really the thing that is holding us back from having the life and the lifestyle and all of the abundance that we desire in our lives. And I really believe that as we truly embrace ourselves, the more we know ourselves, the more we deeply and completely love and accept ourselves, the more our vibration, our energetic frequency rises, and then our external world matches that frequency. It can't but match that frequency. So then the question becomes, how do you begin to make the shifts and changes within yourself that is going to be more of an accurate reflection of how others might be perceiving you? And how do you start to really embody and feel that I've got it all together, I've got my shit together, I'm good with my life, everything feels good? How do you begin to shift that energy around? So when I was in meditation last week, I did download a channeling, and so I want to begin with that channeling. What I received was the information that when you begin your self-love journey, what's happening is you are beginning to fall out of alignment with all of the programming and all of the conditioning that you've ever received in your whole entire life about who you are, how to navigate your life, what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing with, and really the old conditioning of who you thought you needed to be and who you thought you were. So when you start down that journey of self-love, you are falling out of the matrix and new portals begin to open up for you. But the problem is that because we're stepping into a vast unknown, as we step out of old programming, our life becomes really hectic and really chaotic and very stressful, and all sorts of things start to unravel in our life. And I've done a few videos on when your life starts to fall apart, let it, because it's actually a really good thing. And I'll leave a link to that video up here somewhere. It'll pop up here in a minute. So we're going through this whole transition, and it's almost like you go through a tunnel of darkness. And some may call it a dark night of the soul, and it kind of is, because you're letting go, you're stripping away pieces of an old you, and you're not really sure who you are becoming yet. And so it becomes really confusing. And that's where my spiritual mentoring comes in, because I help guide you through that darkness into greater self-love. So the messages that I heard was that in order to make the transition smoother is to be consciously aware of what it is that's not working for you in your life. And even though it may scare the bejesus out of you to let go and surrender, actually that is part of the process, is surrendering. I remember for me, a couple times I was trying to make things work in my life, and things weren't working for my life, and my relationship was not working, and I was trying to sacrifice so much of who I was to make this relationship work, and it wasn't working. And I kept on trying, and I tried to be the best version of myself, and I tried to move my life in a different direction so I felt more peace and more harmony and more abundance come into my life. The problem is that I was not surrendering. And when things are not working in your life, we need to surrender to something greater that is trying to come through for us, that is trying to help us move forward in our life. So during this channeling that I received, we're being really encouraged to surrender the pain that we're carrying around, surrendering trying to force anything in our life, and surrendering trying to make things work. And it's very difficult for us to calm ourselves and to be able to say, I surrender. Carrie Underwood has a song, Jesus Take the Wheel, and it's like that. It is so like that, and I'm getting goosebumps all over. Sometimes when life just isn't working, we need to surrender and let the universe, your spirit guides, Jesus, just take the wheel, because I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea where I'm going. I have no idea what to do next. And that's okay that you don't know what to do next. That's okay. This is a self-love journey, and the self-love journey is really coming back to the essence of who you are. We're not here to be like anybody else. We're not here to put an exterior face forward to the outside world that does not match what's in our heart and what's in our soul. We are meant to be exactly who we are, and our lives become very complicated by the heaviness and the denseness of not loving ourselves deeply and completely, without judgment and without condition. So if this is you and you are committed to your self-love journey and finding your way back home inside of yourself, what you are being encouraged to do is build the connection to yourself, to start to understand who you are at a deep spiritual level. You are a energetic spiritual being having this physical incarnation. And when we come back to that infinite source and we begin to develop the connection to our heart and to a higher consciousness, life begins to unfold and things become easier for you. We might not have a roadmap in front of us, and that's okay. All we need to do is continue to do our own work, continue to love and accept ourselves, continue to appreciate who we are, continue to appreciate what a good person each and every one of us are. If you are on a self-love journey, you are beginning to open up to the infinite source of love. And when you connect to that infinite source of love, your energy and your vibration begins to rise and life unfolds and miracles happen in your life. So let me just check my notes and see if there's anything else that came through that I forgot about. Allow love to dissolve the layers of illusion you have been living in. It's all about the love. And then I've got some final messages here as well. Connect to the warm glow within inside of you, the same way that you would close your eyes and feel the warmth of the sun on your face. That warmth lives within inside of you. Connect to that warmth within you. That warmth is the God source inside of you. It's almost like sitting around a campfire inside of your heart, if you need to have a visual about that. So just know that if you are on this self-love journey, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Just surrender everything. Continue to surrender what you don't know. Surrender trying to figure it out. Surrender trying to push your life forward. Surrender trying to put on a false front. Surrender it all. Surrender the fact that you don't know. Surrender everything. Continually surrendering and asking to be filled with love. Ask to be filled with clarity. Ask to be filled with kindness, with caring, compassion, and understanding for your journey. Love your journey. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. So thank you for watching this video. If you found it was helpful in any way, please leave a comment, like, and share, and please subscribe too. I am trying to reach as many people, thousands, millions of people all over the world with my healing messages to help as many people as I possibly can. And until the next video, take good care.